Hi everyone. So I still don't know what to do with this new account, but I figured I would get on here and tell a story from my Ubering. So a couple of days ago I picked up a couple and we're driving to their location downtown Newark, and there's an accident, so traffic is bumper to bumper and it's just pretty much stopped. And so they ask if there's another way we could go, so I get off the highway and I go around the long way and I get up and take Main Street all the way, and it takes about twice as long as it should have, but I think it would have taken even longer if we would have stayed in the traffic. So anyway, everything's good. A couple days or later that night I get an email from Uber saying that I've been flagged for fraudulently adding miles and time to a ride to get extra money, which I didn't know you got extra money for something like that, but whatever. Now, fast forward to today, there is a insurance company called GoGo Grandparent, which is where they basically help elderly people get a ride. And I pick up this elderly woman, and she is going 1.2 miles to a Dollar General. Not a big deal. So she gets in, she can't get her seatbelt on, I have to help her and everything, which is fine. And then she says, I don't want to be stranded, so will you wait for me and take me home? And I said, yeah, that's fine. Even though I know I'm not getting paid for it, but I was like, yeah, I'll wait. It's only 1.2 miles, and it's in the direction that I would be going anyway after I drop you off. So, but then I figured out, or I realized that they was probably going to send another driver to pick her up and take her home. So I called GoGo Grandparent to let them know not to send another driver, that I was going to take her home. And they said, well, we need to figure out who she is, and then we'll just add the stop so you get paid for it. And I was like, all right, whatever. So they had to wait for her to come out of Dollar General so that they could get her phone number, find her account, and add the stop. She comes out and she says that her card declined, so she needs to go to her bank. So I was like, okay. So then they were like, okay, just head in the direction of the bank and we'll go into her account and add the stop. So I'm driving in the direction of her bank. They said don't finalize dropping her off at Dollar General yet because they have to add the stop. So I was like, all right. So finally they said, yeah, we can't figure out how to add the stop. So we just marked it, like we added a comment to the account saying that you took her to the bank and then back home, so you should get paid extra. And I'm like, okay. So knowing what had happened with the couple a couple of days ago, I didn't want to get flagged again, so I finalized the account or the ride and told her I would just drive her to the bank and then back home and all that. I turned off Uber and I did it for free, so no big deal. But then I realized that I had been driving in the direction of the bank and that it still said I was dropping her off at Dollar General. So I called Uber while she was in the bank, and they said that I had been flagged a second time. She comes out, and I hang up on Uber, and I drive her back home. Apparently, she said that there was some kind of a scam involved, so that's why she couldn't use her debit card at this time, so they're looking into it, whatever. All right, so I drop her off at home, I park, and I called Uber back, and I explained to a woman who spoke English a little bit better than the first woman everything that happened, basically everything I just said in this video, and she said that she was going to she marked in my account that I was just an extremely nice guy and that I was kind of dumb and that I was not trying to fraudulently add money or time or miles, that I was trying to help this elderly woman out. So, yeah, I guess I had been flagged twice, but this woman marked down so that I wouldn't get deactivated for it. But anyway, that's my story. I don't know if it's interesting or not, but figured I'd... All right, bye.